Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening. This is the 9 p.m. news telecast of the prestigious channel of Sri Lanka. I'm Movin Hettiarachchi.
And I'm Keza Farooq. Let's take a look at your headlines for tonight. An increase by 90% in foreign direct investment during the first quarter of this year. President says that it is important to pay attention in a new direction to attract investments. Diplomatic efforts to end the Iran-Israel war. A special letter of permission from the Sri Lankan Embassy in Israel for Sri Lankans to return to the island. The Grade 5 scholarship examination to continue until 2029, says Deputy Minister Mathura Senaviratne. Deputy Minister Dr. Harshana Surya Peruma has resigned from Parliament, likely to become the Secretary of the Ministry of Finance. Attention of the government regarding the control of crop damage by wild animals. The Board of Investment of Sri Lanka has successfully increased foreign direct investment by 90% in the first quarter of 2025.
This has been an increase of $96 million compared to the same period in 2024. This was disclosed during a progress review meeting of the Board of Investment of Sri Lanka, chaired by President Anurakumara Dissanayake at the Presidential Secretariat. BOI officials also noted that relative to the first quarter of 2024, domestic investments rose by $21 million, while export income increased by $176 million during the first quarter of 2025. The investor proposals thus far in 2025 reflect that Sri Lanka has attracted $4,669 billion. And addressing the gathering, President Anurakumara Dissanayake stated that the Board of Investment holds a pivotal role in enhancing the national economy and improving the living standard of the rural population. He stressed that the opportunities to attract investment in traditional sectors are becoming increasingly limited, and therefore the nation must identify new areas of investment. This event was attended by senior officials of the Board of Investments, including Dubinda Hulangama, and Senior Advisor to the President on Economic Affairs, Arjuna Herath, and Chairman of the Board of Investment. US President Donald Trump has announced a 2-week deadline for the peace talks between Israel and Iran, but tensions between the two sides are reportedly continuing.
The United Kingdom and the European Union are scheduled to hold talks with Iran regarding the conflict in the Middle East. Israel has launched strikes on dozens of targets in Iran, including missile production sites. And Iran fired a barrage of missiles that hit near industrial facilities in the southern Israeli city of Beersheba. As the conflict between the two sides entered its second week, an Iranian nuclear scientist was killed on Friday morning following an Israeli strike in Tehran, according to the Israeli public broadcaster Khan. The news followed reports from the Iranian media saying that a residential building in the capital Senelia on Friday. At least 7 people were lightly injured after Iranian missile strikes Beersheba, the largest city in the Negev desert in southern Israel, according to Israel media. The attack temporarily shut the city's central rail station and damaged several buildings, including the Microsoft office located inside a technology park, which is also near an Israeli army military telecommunications branch.
The Sri Lankan Embassy in Israel has taken steps to provide a letter of certification to forward Sri Lankans to the concerned border area who are expecting to return to Sri Lanka via Egypt under the prevailing war situation. The embassy further informs Sri Lankans expecting to return to the island to visit the embassy along with their passport and visa documents. A visa document of 96 hours of travel to Sri Lanka via Egypt has been issued to those who are with valid Israel visa at the cost of $50. In addition, the border's fee will be 120 shekel. It has also been decided to issue necessary documents to those without visa. According to Sri Lankan Ambassador Nimal Bandara, although Sri Lanka today is a special holiday, the Egypt embassy will be kept open. Those Sri Lankans in need of assistance can get information by dialing the phone numbers provided by the embassy. He further said that Sri Lankans can visit the embassy in Israel for official purposes, while Sri Lankans who wish to return are also welcome. The Deputy Minister Rupavahini says that there will be no shortage of fuel in the country due to the Iran-Israel struggle. He made this observation via a media briefing held in Colombo today. Deputy Minister Rupavahini said that Israel and Iran nationals in the country and those information has been received from the intelligence quarters. Necessary security has been provided to the concerned places. This has also affected the international trade with Iran. The economy of the country is especially dependent on tourism industry and foreign exchange earnings, and concerned discussions are being held regarding the preparations for it. He added that it is expected the war situation will ease out. In case of a long-term conflict, discussions are also being held as to how the necessary steps to be taken in this respect. Most of the crude oil imports from Singapore and Iran as well, but most of the crude oil is from this region. It has been observed that statements were made regarding the blockage of sea routes, but it will not have an impact on Sri Lanka.
Two regulations under the Stamp Fee Special Act and Import-Export Control Act were passed in the Parliament today. Meanwhile, the Deputy Minister of Education, Higher Education, Madhura Senaviratne, says that the Grade 5 scholarship examination will not be abruptly suspended. Deputy Minister of Education and Higher Education Dr. Madhura Senaviratne has confirmed that the Grade 5 scholarship examination will not be suspended immediately. Speaking in Parliament today in response to a question raised by Member of Parliament Dayasiri Jayasekara, Dr. Senaviratne stated that the government has decided to conduct the scholarship examination until the year 2029 without any changes. He further noted that a committee will be appointed in 2028 to evaluate the future of the Grade 5 scholarship examination and determine whether it should continue beyond 2029. The Deputy Minister also revealed that the Department of Examinations is currently working on a plan to reduce the undue pressure associated with the examination. Additionally, he emphasized that steps will be taken to systematically reduce disparities among schools and ease the burden on students caused by the competitive nature of the scholarship exam.
The nationalist parliamentarian from the National People's Power and the Deputy Minister of Finance and Planning, Dr. Harshana Surya Pirama, has resigned from his parliamentary post. The General Secretary of the Parliament, Kushani Rohanadira, in a letter said the Chairman of Election Commission has informed that she received the concerned letter of resignation. She also informed the resignation of Dr. Harshana Surya Pirama will come into effect from today. Accordingly, she informed the Chairman of the Election Commission, in accordance with the provisions of the Parliamentary Elections Act, that the seat of Dr. Harshana Surya Pirama in the 10th Parliament has become vacant. Meanwhile, according to reliable sources, Dr. Harshana Surya Pirama is in preparation to accept the post of Secretary in the Ministry of Finance.
The Colombo District Dengue Control Program commenced today, parallel to the National Dengue Control Program. Dengue control programs will be conducted throughout the district from today until the 30th of this month. An island-wide total of 26,775 dengue patients have been reported, along with 14 deaths, according to health sources. Western Province leads in the highest number of dengue patients recorded annually, which is 45% of the total number of patients. A considerable number of dengue patients are reported from the Sabaragamuwa, eastern and southern provinces due to the increase of mosquito density with the onset of the monsoon season. A striking feature has been that 20 to 25% of the number of dengue patients recorded annually has been children. The program to be launched from Piliandala bus stand will be joined by Parliament Lakshman Nipunarachi. Parliamentarian Lakshman Nipunarachi pointed out that steps have to be taken to end this menace of dengue and chikungunya. Although there is a general view that both these diseases occur annually, this situation can be changed. He added that if the environment is kept clean and tidy, mosquitoes will not have the opportunity to breed since both the diseases are spread by them. He also said that the government has taken a decision to end the prevalence of dengue and chikungunya in Colombo district instead of holding programs annually in this regard.
A state-of-the-art CT scanning machine has been established at the Nagoda Teaching Hospital, Kaluthara, at a cost of 200 million rupees. The new CT scan machine, repaired by psychiatric clinic premises, X-ray building and the cardiology ward, renovated the women's and men's surgery ward, new pharmaceutical store and new access road to child and maternity hospital at Galassa was inaugurated by Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa. The aim is to provide an efficient health service in Kaluthara district as well as to the people of the adjoining districts. The minister pointed out that after Kaluthara Nagoda Teaching Hospital is being developed into a national hospital, an exceptional service is being provided to the people by the development projects conducted with the financial grants of the Ministry of Health. The minister also said that query by media person. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa said although certain products could be imported when a shortage of rice and salt occurred in the country with a cabinet decision to that effect, the same cannot be followed in the case of pharmaceuticals. There is a methodology in place for this and orders have to be placed accordingly. The proper tender process has not been followed during the past years and orders were not placed. The hospital system is experiencing at present situation is a result. This process has been streamlined by the present government. The minister added that these medicines have been provided under the stipulated quality control procedure and that the government is in the final stage of acquiring processes where the stocks of pharmaceuticals for 6 months could be maintained. The final documents of the same will be able to be presented within next 2 weeks.
3 suspects, including the Deputy Commissioner of the Naharayampeta branch of the Department of Motor Traffic, have been further remanded until the 4th of July under an order issued by the Colombo Chief Magistrate Thanuja Lakmali. A Deputy Commissioner of the Department of Motor Traffic, Dilan Nuwan Kumara, Assistant Manager of the same department, Pradeep Nishanta, and Clerical Officer Samantha Pereira have been thus remanded. The officials of the Bribery Commission told the court that they have been taken into custody based on an intelligence information received by them. They also revealed to the court that an amount of more than 3.9 million rupees was recovered from the cupboard of the official room of the suspected Deputy Commissioner. The appeal court today allowed to take up a petition for hearing filed again requesting issue an order stating it is illegal to construct a road across the Singharaja forest which has been declared a World Heritage. The petition was filed by a group of environmentalists including the Environment Justice Circle. Accordingly, the court ordered to issue notices to the persons. The concerned petition to issue an interim ban order suspending the conducting of an election to select the Basnaik and Nilame of the Mahasaman Devalaya Sabaragamua.
Prime Minister Dr. Haranyama Surya stated that the support of the Mahasangha is essential to establish primary education as a model for the all. The Prime Minister made these remarks while addressing the 2025 National Pirivena Day celebration held yesterday at Temple Trees. This celebration was conducted in conjunction with the commemoration of the birth anniversary of the late Most Venerable Velvitapan Asana Naik Thero, who pioneered the revitalization of the Pirivena education as a central component of the national education system. During the event, tributes were paid to the Mahasangha, lay individuals who have devoted themselves to the development of Pirivena education, and awards were also presented to student monks who secured first, second and third places at the all-island level Pirivena education for the year 2024. Prime Minister Dr. Haranyama Surya said that teachings of Buddha has been greatly supportive in protecting the quality of education even up to this level. The necessity of raising standard of Pirivena education has been identified by the government. The necessary steps will be taken to create a balanced character including knowledge, talent and attitudes of Mahasangha in education process to bring about changes. Several steps have been taken to raise the qualitative development of peer education, and government expects to continue with it. In order to achieve this, educational initiatives such as the newly introduced Tripitaka Dhamma proficiency exam have been established to ensure a balanced development across the triad of knowledge, skills and attitudes, and therefore shaping the lives of student monks meaningfully and comprehensively. The government will continue to provide the necessary human and physical resources to peer education.
National People's Power has been able to establish administration in 191 local government institutions as of now. A special feature has been that they were also able to establish power in 39 institutions where they could not win a majority of councillors, although the party recorded a victory. Meanwhile, the National People's Power was able to establish power in the Galle Municipal Council today. The names of Helvitigala Ihalagamage Sunil of the National People's Power and Muhammad Mausul Muhammad Roshad of Samagi Janabalavege were proposed for the post of mayor. The election of mayor was conducted through a secret ballot after the Commission of Local Government decided to conduct a secret ballot. A group of councillors walked out in protest to the result in the voting. A strong objection was made since former Mayor Priyantha Sahabandhu was contested from Sri Lanka Podujana Peramana did not walk out of the council. Police was called due to a chaotic situation after an exchange of heated arguments. The council was adjourned for 30 minutes as several councillors boycotted and walked out of the council. The candidate of the National People's Power, Helvitigalage Ihalagamage Sunil, was elected mayor with 19 votes when the council met again. The candidate of the Samagijana Balavege was unable to secure votes. Priyantha Sahabandhu of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramana was elected the vice chairman unanimously. Kalutara Pradeshya Sabha Kalutara Pradeshya Sabha was also established under the leadership of Commissioner of Western Province Sarangika Kalhari Jayasundara. Today in the morning, majority agreed for a secret ballot when a voting was conducted to decide the mode of voting. Anurup Prasad Chandrasekhar of National People's Power was elected chairman in the secret ballot. National People's Power was also able to establish power in the Rattotar Ukuvela Pradeshya Sabha in Matale, where the opposition secured the highest number of councillors. Nimal Karunatilak of the National People's Power was elected chairman in the secret ballot, while Meera Saibu Muhammad Rafi of the United National Alliance was elected vice chairman. Names of two candidates were proposed from National People's Power and Samagijana Balavege for the Gudakavila Pradeshya Sabha. During the secret ballot conducted, Dandeniya Arachigi Kularatna of the National People's Power was elected chairman. J.M. Jayalant Bandar of the opposition has been elected vice chairman. Muhammad Naiza Muhammad Faizan of the Samagijana Balavege has been elected as the chairman of the Berula Pradeshya Sabha in the secret ballot.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuri emphasizes the necessity of innovation in order to escape from the economic crisis and the medium income trap. She made these observations joining a program, Serendipity Knowledge, held in Colombo today. The program was organized by the Asian Development Bank, titled Innovations for Economic Transformation. The aim of this program is to share knowledge to develop long-term relationships among the government and international experts to strengthen the national innovation and other parties. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuri emphasized the need for innovations to overcome the economic crisis and the middle income trap, and noted that the government is committed to set up a social policy directions partnering effectively with the private sector and promoting innovation by active involvement throughout the innovation chain. Prime Minister stated that even though Sri Lanka has a strong foundation for innovation, there is a disconnect resulting in Sri Lanka ranked 89th out of 113 countries in the Global Innovation Index 2024. For decades, there is an underinvestment, attention drawn for the higher education and research. Hence, the gross expenditure of research and development is 0.1% of the GDP. Devotees participating in the annual Khataragama Padayatra started their journey from Kumana National Park today. According to our correspondent, more than 5,000 devotees entered the park today this morning. The devotees are arriving in groups from areas such as Jaffna, Nagadeepa, Mullathip, Trincomalee and Batticaloa. They started their journey by offering pujas to Lord Kataragama Okada Devale Apanama, and the occasion was joined by the Governor of Eastern Province, Professor Jayantha Lal Ratnasekara, and a group of others. The province Professor Jayantha Lal Ratnasekara, the special protection has been provided for the Sri Lankan Army and the wildlife officials, those devotees who joined the Padayatra. The governor said that the Padayatra from Jaffna to pay obeisance to deity is a place where demonstrates peace and cooperation along all communities. We'll be back with more news after a short break.
රසකුණේ කරගන්න මේ හැමදේ දෙන අපි කැමතිම දේ ප්‍රීමා ස්ටෙලා අපි හැමෝම කැමති.
Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Now on to more local news. The first meeting of the committee appointed, including the government officials and intellectuals, in order to manage the damages caused by agriculture sector by wild animals was held yesterday.
The meeting was led by President Secretary Dr. Nandika Sanath Kumanaika. A large number of people, including heads of institutions, joined the meeting held at the President's office. It has been emphasized at the meeting that a scientific study has to be conducted regarding agricultural losses caused by wild animals. The necessity to formulate an action plan which include the identification of short, medium and long-term solutions was also discussed. The committee paid its attention to the necessity of an immediate program for districts where agricultural losses are high. The need to find solutions by paying attention to the rights of the wild animals was also discussed since they form a part of the nation. The 9th China-South Asia exhibition and the 29th Chinese Kunming Import-Export Trade exhibition commenced in China yesterday.
Sri Lanka has been given a special position among the exhibition this year.
The exhibition is held at Kunming Dainchi International Convention and Exhibition Center, and it is co-hosted by China's Ministry of Commerce and Yunnan Provincial Government. It serves as a premier platform for economic collaboration between China and countries across South and Southeast Asia. This year, Sri Lanka has been accorded special recognition as the theme country, receiving a prominent place in the expo. As a result, the Sri Lankan pavilion occupies a large and more visible space within the South Asia. The pavilion reflects the strength, heritage and pride of Sri Lanka. It showcases a wide range of export sectors including Ceylon tea, spices, gems, jewellery, handicraft, apparel, coconut-based products, high-end batik and tourism offerings. The exhibit offers international visitors valuable insights into the island's rich cultural and economic potential. The pavilion was officially declared by Minister of Trade and Commerce Vasantha Samarasinghe together with Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Employment Arun Hemachandra and other distinguished guests.
We hope strengthen our relationship between China investors, businessmen and people to people, as well as who are participating in South Asian countries to the expo. We hope to strengthen our trade relations and our cultural and other relations with all other Asian countries.
A decision has been taken to hold the Kandy Historic Asal Perera from the 25th July to the 9th of August.
Diyawadana Nilame Pradeep Nilanga Dela made this observation in a meeting held to discuss the organizational activities in this respect. After the cap planting ceremony on the 25th of July, the internal Devala Perahera of the Perahera festival will be held for 5 days. Later, the first Kumbha Perahera will be taken out in procession from 30th July to 3rd of August. According to Diyavadana Nilame, the first Randoli Perahera will parade the streets on the 4th of August. All arrangements have been made for the Randoli final Mahaperahera to be conducted on the 8th of August, Nikini full moon poetry night. After the water cutting ceremony on the next day, the day Perahera will parade the streets culminating the Asala Mahaperahera, according to Diyavadana Nilame Nilangadela. Diyavadana Nilame Pradeep Nilangadela said that the lack of elephants has become the main issue faced by the Sri Dalada Maligava and the other Devalayas. 5 elephants which were in the Perahera of the last year have died. A policy has to be formulated to increase the number of tamed elephants. The presentation of the message to the President to convey the successful completion of the Perahera is due to be conducted in the evening of the 9th of August at the President's house.
Chairman of the National Lotteries Board, MDCA Pereira, strongly rejected the allegations made in Parliament by parliamentarian Chamara Sampath Dasanaika regarding the National Lotteries Board at the media briefing held in Colombo. Chairman of the National Lotteries Board, MDCA Pereira, said that the incorrect information has been recorded regarding the National Lotteries Board and himself by the parliamentarian Chamara Sampath Dasanaika in Parliament. If the statement made by him were correct, there is a responsibility to make it known to the 228 parliamentary throughout the Gazette notifications. He added that proof has to be paid with the person when he states that an amount of 25,000 rupees has been paid to someone, since it's a serious allegation. Since people have a justifiable doubt, and such statement cannot be made without substantial evidence, it has been requested by him to make the particular statement outside the Parliament if possible.
A few more local news items in brief. The Atomic Imaging Unit, newly established at the Lady Ridgeway Children's Hospital in Colombo, was added in service yesterday. An amount of 154 million rupees has been spent under financial grants from the Ministry of Health. This equipment is being used for diagnosis mainly in kidney alignments. Secretary to the Ministry of Health and Mass Media consultant Dr. Anil Jas Singh and several others were present at this occasion. A program organized to make Sigiriya a zone free of polythene commenced today with assistance from the Department of Archaeology, government officials and residents of the area. People were enlightened to end the use of polythene at shops, houses and tourist institutions. A motorcade was also conducted displaying banners against the use of stickers and polythene. The cleaning of Hak in the environment zone around Mahaveli River, Varathenna, was conducted yesterday. It is a unique environment protection zone of this country with a host of unique features in biodiversity. This zone has undergone severe pollution, and the cleaning program was organized by the District Office of Kandy. Mayor Indrajit Katugampala says that the garbage and waste collected at the Municipal Council area in Ratnapura will be subjected to a proper recycling process. He made this observation joining an inspection at the Garbage Container Centre at Kanadola in Ratnapura. It has been revealed that 12 tons of non-degradable garbage and about 8 tons of degradable garbage is being collected daily. Deputy Minister Sunil Ranasinghe paid an inspection visit at the poultry food factory Huri Guswever in Galneva today. Animal food required from the Meeravia Mahaveli poultry farm, the Tambute Gama, is being produced in the factory. The Deputy Minister instructed the concerned officials to take steps to repair machinery under the risk of dilapidation within 2 weeks. In your sports news for tonight, Bangladesh were 177 for 3 wickets in their second innings at the end of the 4 days play of the first cricket test between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh.
They're leading by 187 runs against Sri Lanka now. The match is being played at Galle International Cricket Stadium. At the commencement of play today, Sri Lanka scored 368 runs for the loss of 4 wickets for their first innings. Kamindu Mendis today recorded the 6th half-century in his Test cricket career. He scored 87 runs. Sri Lanka were all out for 485 runs in their first innings in reply to 495 runs scored by Bangladesh. Bangladesh started their second innings with a 10-run lead against Sri Lanka. That's it for tonight's English News telecast. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
An increase